And welcome back, everyone. Pre-recording it for Thursday. Actually, I enjoy pre-recording very much. From CJM, who wins in the fight? Sergey Kraven, the actual Kraven, versus a Yautja, a predator. Two hunters, whose hunting is their creed, their religion, their life. Who wins? Now they have, in fact, now introduced because Disney owns and Fox is owned by Fox and Predators, all that are owned by Disney. They have done comics where the Predators and the aliens the Xenomorphs have been in the Marvel universe. We recently had that Predator versus Wolverine, which is awesome. Where this one Predator has been hunting Wolverine over the course of centuries. And finally ends up losing because realistically there was no way he was ever going to win because he just doesn't have adamantium and Wolverine can keep healing. But Kraven is an interesting case. Kraven, we know, takes special drugs and serum to keep up his physicality. He's beyond peak, is honestly as peak as you can get without being truly superhuman. But he's capable of being dangerous Spider-Man, or being a danger to Spider-Man. He has enhanced senses of smell, sight, hearing. He's got animal-like ferocity. He is a skilled marksman, tracker, trap setter. He is a Marvel's greatest hunter, more or less. The Yautja, though, are an entire civilization of hunters. They are, on average, they're around like mid 6 foot to 7 to maybe even 8 foot range. They are larger than the average human by a good foot, usually. They also outweigh us by about 100 pounds of pure muscle. Their entire culture is hunting and combat. They are a warrior culture, a warrior hunter culture. They are also much more advanced than we are, with having just a lot more tech. Their main weapon is that wrist blade, usually, for close quarter combat, but they do carry different blasters if they do knives. They have grenades. They have specialized nets that can just shrink, encase and just cut into things. They also have spears. Obviously, their plasma caster, their cloaking technology, which bends light around them, making them nigh invisible. In a pinch, if they lose, they can also do their self-destruct weaponry. Yautja live for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. The most skilled of them have never lost in combat or lost a hunt or failed in a hunt. They are masters of unarmed combat. They are also skilled trackers and hunters in their own right. But they also have similar to Kraven. Kraven does have an honor code. They have an honor code. If they deem an opponent worthy, they will just fight bare hand. They will not, and just with their base weaponry, they won't use their more advanced tech to make it a fair and worthy hunt. So, in a scenario where Kraven and Predator meet, how does that work? Is one hunting the other? So if Kraven's hunting the Predator, that would actually probably be the more interesting of the two. Because it would imply he knows about the Predator, which is not impossible given how a lot of history and word of mouth works in the Marvel universe. But he'd have to find one first, and he never knows when one's around. But the Predator hunting Kraven is actually more likely because he's looking for a worthy opponent, and then he sees this hunter of men, this alpha Predator, and sees this is a worthy opponent. So he starts tracking him, and as he starts tracking, keeping an eye on him, Kraven would notice something's off. Like he can smell something. Like he doesn't. It's a scent he's not familiar with because it's an alien. He wouldn't know his scent. It's like something is here. Something is tracking me. I do not like being. And he just kind of now he can kind of roughly pinpoint where the Predator is and just kind of like stands on guard. It's like I do not like. I am Sergey Kraven. I'm the greatest hunter on the earth, and I do not like being stalked. Or show yourself. And the Predator finally, he sees the Predator maybe has like the tracker on him. Ones that he sees Kraven sees the light. He's like, he like dodges, throws a spear at him. The Predator dodges, but he's able to. Sergey maybe either probably has more weapons on him. Either he's got a gun, a rifle. He's got skilled enough eyesight to see what are the distortions. Maybe he lands a shot in the Predator. It's a hunting rifle, so that's not small caliber. And so it doesn't like put the Predator down or anything, but maybe like knocks him out of the trees, and the Predator just falls down. His camouflage finally disappears and just roars. It's like, I see. You're not from this planet, an alien. I am not. I have hunted many, many things. I have hunted aliens before. You will be no different. And so, they're kind of squaring off with each other. He grabs a spear again, ready to go at it. And the predator just like looks at him, and like, okay, worthy. But he throws some of his shurikens at him. It's like, this technology. It's like slices through. Impressive indeed. And just, he's got his hunting knife. He throws a spear at the predator, dodges. But Kraven comes in, stabs him in the shoulder. It's like, and all of a sudden, Kraven sees he's got a wrist blade on, and he gets injured. I see Kraven starts to really quickly realizes, all right, he's got better tech on me at the moment, but I've got some caches of stuff down here. All right, come and you wish to make me the prey. Then if you want this hunt, you must earn it. Come after me. Follow if you dare. And he runs off in the woods. Predator he just gets a bit of his med, kind of keeps an eye on him as it just roars like, all right, good, this is a hunt. And so the predators come in after him. Kraven's those set tripwires. Though with his mask, you can probably see some of them. I see your technology allows you to see my traps. Interesting, but can they see them all? He slices a tripwire, slices a wire of his own. A log comes flying through. The predator's able to avoid it, blast it maybe with his plasma caster. Starts blasting at Kraven, who's suddenly got booby traps activated, spikes, needles, arrows, whatever you call it. Predator's now getting hit a bit, but he's finally manages to land a shot, firing a net at Kraven, who's like, this net, I cannot, it's cutting into me. However, let's see how strong it really is. I don't know if he has a vibranium or adamantium weapon, but knowing Kraven, there's a chance he could have something on him. So let's just say, give him the best odds here, he does have something like a knife of adamantium, or vibranium would actually be better. And it just manages to cut through. He gets out of there. He's injured, though. And the predator sees that knife and analyzes it. That's a different knife. That's a weapon I'm not familiar with. And they're now just kind of scoring off. And finally, and just gives Kraven a nod. And Kraven, doing this for so long, understands a warrior code. He understands, like, I see, you wish no more tricks. No more hiding. You and me, one-on-one. Just as it should be, as nature intends it. And so the predator finally just do, and just takes off the mask. I see you are one ugly motherfucker. And say, and then, just does the shink. Like, and they come out and go at each other. And now Kraven, battlefield experience. If this is a young predator, Kraven's actually probably got the better experience. But if this is an older predator, Kraven's in trouble, because even with physical enhancements, the predator is not weak. So these guys are actually probably near even in strength. So Kraven, maybe because he can tangle with Spider-Man, might be a little bit stronger, but it's kind of apples to oranges. Kraven, though, might be a bit more athletic, though, because the predators are very heavily built. So Kraven just starts slicing. Predator manages to catch him, and eventually just comes down to that final. They're both getting kind of jacked up, but they're both having the time of their lives here, just survival, and they're just like, finally just comes down to, and they're both looking at each other and Kraven looks down and sees he's got a bad gut wound. Bad as it just, but the predator's got the blade up through his skull, and he just kind of, Kraven just, yes, this is, it kind of would be the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game, where Kraven was seeking a beautiful end, because he was dying of cancer and he couldn't do anything about it. So he was seeking a worthy end from a worthy opponent, and Venom with that opponent in that version. I was like, yes, it is true. This is truly the way I would like to end. This is truly how it should go. And let's be honest, Kraven could survive it. If someone's able to get to him, or if he's able to say, get up and just start walking away, maybe he survives that. But maybe in the last ditch, the predator did activate his self-destruct, or maybe he's like, you were truly one of the greatest hunts in my life. Thank you. And it just sees it, and he sees the bombs, and he knows what a bomb would be, and just like, and he could maybe run away, but also at the same time, true warrior. Even in death, you get a small victory. Worthy opponent. And boom, and they take each other out. And then that's one scenario. The other scenario is that doesn't happen, and Kraven either dies or walks away. But in terms of the actual scenario here, in terms of who actually wins the confrontation, at least in the immediate victory, I do think it's Kraven. Kraven, because if a predator is hunting him, it would be a younger predator, admittedly. Probably. Or at least a moderately experienced predator. But Kraven, I mean, and they both all spend their lives on hunting, but Kraven's experience is also experience in tracking superhuman beings, which the predator does fight a lot of monsters and aliens, but not superhuman beings very often. And the times that he has within crossover comics, he's usually lost. Like, yeah, he beat Batman, but Batman's not superhuman, and then Batman came and beat him afterwards. He lost the Wolverine. So Kraven, who has experience hunting superhuman individuals, the Predator would not inherently be new to him. It may be different, but not new. Like a different type of superhuman being. The Predator's tech, though, is more advanced than Kraven's, to be sure, but in the scenario that would probably be most realistic, where he's going after Kraven, who's also on a hunt, Kraven probably would lure him into a spot that he'd have the advantage. Last but not least, though, in terms of physicality and will to survive, Kraven probably has a stronger will to survive because he still wants. I mean, if we're doing Kraven's last hunt, or this is before Kraven's last hunt, he wants Spider-Man. He wants to hunt Spider-Man, and so it would make the most sense that he'd have the stronger will to survive here. Whereas Predators, while they probably have a strong will to survive, also have that samurai honor code where if they lose, they'll kill themselves, which Kraven does not have. So you factor in more experience fighting this type of opponent, enhanced physicality enough that he's at least on par with the Predator, if not maybe a little stronger, probably a greater will to keep surviving, and an environment that probably would give him actually a better edge over the Yautja. I'd give it to Kraven personally, but this would be a tight fight. This would be a really close match, and there's plenty of circumstances, honestly, where the Yautja probably would win. I could totally see the Predator taking wins in this, so it's not like I'm standing on the hill saying Kraven wins 100% of the time. No, this is actually really close and a really cool, at least fan film to watch. So yeah, someone make that fan film. Until then, though, that's my thoughts. Who do you got? Let me know. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.